Do you do everything in your business? You're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur. It doesn't mean that you should be doing every task in the business, and it doesn't mean that you should be doing all the things that don't earn you money and that don't use your unique skills. It doesn't mean that you need to have an employee. What it means is that you need to think about outsourcing some of those tasks that you do or that you don't enjoy doing, you do on a regular basis, that takes your time away from earning your business money. These things are going to give you back time. They're going to cause you less stress. Your customers are going to get a better service from you because you're going to be happier. You'll have more time to serve them. Things like doing your accounts. Is it something that takes you 3 or 4 days a month? It could take a bookkeeper or a payroll specialist 1 day a month. Things that you can outsource. A VA. This is somebody who can manage your diary, make phone calls for you, type up any reports. They're somebody who can take away some of the admin tasks. A VA is a virtual administrator. These are the people that in an office you would give some of those tasks to. But VAs work for several businesses. They work from their home. You haven't got the overheads of having somebody in your business. They can give you time back. They can give you a better service than you can do for yourself. Think about perhaps outsourcing some of your social media. Somebody who's good on Canva that can create really interesting posts. If you want, you can still create the content. You can decide the words that go in, the messages, so that it's your voice and your language. But let somebody else do the creative and the graphic stuff. So the same for your website, a designer to make it look lovely and a web developer to make sure that it works properly. If you do email marketing, outsource somebody to keep control of the list, to make sure that it's working properly, to set up the automations from you. You can create the content, they can drag and drop it into the email and make sure that it gets sent. Call answering service, so that when you're with your clients, they can say to somebody, I'm very sorry, they're in a meeting, they'll call you back in 3 hours. That sets people's expectations. It's not just an answering machine when they don't know where you are or when you're going to answer it. Call answering service can be really personal. They probably won't even know that it's an answering service. They'll think it's somebody in your business. PR, a copywriter, somebody to do those things that need that expertise for your business. Pay an expert rather than trying to do it yourself. And do it as early as you possibly can in your business. Get used to outsourcing those things. Doesn't have to be days and days and days a month. It has to be hours a month to start with. To make it work well though, you need certain things in place. So you need to have very, very good, very clear communication, and those channels of communication must be set before you start working together. Have a plan, set the expectations. What are you going to get? What are you going to give? What are the time scales for turning around the work and for getting something back? How are you going to say that's not quite right, or for them to say I think we could do it better? Perhaps have some pro formas, so particularly for email marketing or for social media, you can set up some drag and drop kind of forms. For payroll, that kind of thing. For bookkeeping, you can have all the information ready for them so that you're being efficient and they can be efficient for you. Choose somebody that knows your industry, understands the technical side of your industry, and has that same sort of language, so that if they're creating content for you or writing a report or doing something on your behalf, you then haven't got to go back and change it. They're going to do it in a language that your customers and clients will understand, and they will think that it's you that's talking. Start to think and act as though you are a larger business from day one. Start to think about what are the departments that a bigger business has. Start to think about who can deliver those. And if you start to think about that, it'll become clear where you need to think about outsourcing. Of course, you can use apps. It doesn't just have to be people. It can be using something that's on your phone or on your iPad or on your computer. It can be something that helps you be more efficient and more effective, that puts those systems and processes in place. You need to focus on the things that make you money. And if you spend your time doing that, the things that take your time away, that drain your time away from those tasks that earn your money, give them to somebody who's an expert in that and can do them quicker. So what could you outsource today?